Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla today extended the deadline for surrendering looted and illegal arms until 4 p.m. on March 6 following requests from both hill and valley areas, an official statement said. Upon the expiry of the 7-day deadline, requests were made to extend the period. I have considered these and decided to extend it until March 6, the statement read, assuring no punitive action for those who comply. Bhalla had earlier urged armed groups to surrender weapons stolen from security forces and other illegal arms within 7 days, a deadline that ended on Thursday. Over 300 weapons were surrendered, mainly in the Valley district. Tripura leader of opposition Jitendra Chaudhary has condemned the BJP-led state government for demolishing shops at Lake Chowhani market, calling it the action inhuman and cruel. During an inspection of the market today, the CPIM leader criticized the use of force against poor traders, questioning the government's commitment to Viksit Bharat and good governance. Chaudhary highlighted that many affected traders, included educated individuals, rely on selling fish, fruits and vegetables due to economic hardships. He urged the state to ensure their livelihood instead of forcing them onto government land. While supporting development, he questioned the government's approach, emphasizing that all markets should be improved to boost the economy. A massive avalanche struck Uttarakhand's Chamoli district today, trapping at least 42 workers engaged in road construction near Mana village close to the India-Tibet border. Out of 57 workers at the site, 16 were rescued and rushed to an army camp in critical condition. The avalanche occurred about 3 kilometers ahead of Badrinath Dham near a BRO camp where workers were clearing snow for army movement. Rescue operation by the ITBP, BRO, NDRF and SDRF are ongoing despite heavy snowfall hampering efforts. Treacherous road conditions have delayed ambulance sent for evacuation, but authorities are working to clear block routes. 3 to 4 ambulances have also been sent, but due to heavy snowfall, the rescue team is facing difficulties in reaching there, said BRO Executive Engineer C.R. Meena. Taiwan has announced a new regulation requiring civil servants, military personnel, and educators to pledge they do not hold Chinese residency or identification, including a national ID, residential certificate, or passport. According to Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council, MSC, those found possessing Chinese government-issued documents would be dismissed from service. The Ministry of Civil Service recently urged local government to enforce the pledge, citing security concern and loyalty issue. MSC has also instructed ministries to investigate whether officials hold such documents. Offenders risk losing their jobs and even their Taiwanese citizenship, Taipei Times reported. India's pharmaceutical sector has grown at an 8% CAGR with a 9% increase in exports in 2024, according to a McKinsey & Company report. The country has expanded its API and biotechnology capabilities, achieving double the global average growth. India remains the world's largest supplier of generic medicines, with exports growing at 9%. It meets 20% of global pharma demand, supplying over 40% of generic medicine to the US, 25% to the United Kingdom, 60% of the world's vaccine, and 70% of global antiretroviral drugs for HIV treatment. The report also highlights India's progress in emerging modalities like mRNA, cell and gene therapies and antibodies, witnessing 13 to 14% CAGR, surpassing conventional drug growth.